Well, Joe Mixon will be back with the Bengals for a 7th season. According to NFL Network's Tom Pelissero, the team and the running back are finalizing a restructured contract that will keep him in Cincinnati for the 2023 season. Mixon's agent told Pelissero, quote, his goal is to win a Super Bowl and play his career in Cincinnati, and this is the best way to accomplish these goals. Broncos legend John Elway tells ABC 7 in Denver he thinks new head coach Sean Payton is a perfect fit for where they are right now. Elway added he thinks quarterback Russell Wilson will bounce back and have a much better year. And Patrick Mahomes was asked if he prefers being the hero at home or the villain on the road. The two-time Super Bowl most valuable player said, quote, both are great, but I like to be the villain sometimes. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? Just go to 4hims.com/joy. Through HIMS, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, and the process is 100% online. To start your free online visit, go to 4hims.com/joy. That's FORHINS.com/JOY.
Summer's in full swing, and you know what that means. Temperatures are hot, grills are hot, and the deals are hotter than fire at Omaha Steaks. Go to omahasteaks.com and enter Garden in the search bar, and for a limited time, you can score 32 delicious grilling essentials, including 12 free burgers from Omaha Steaks for just $99.99. That's 62% off the regular price. Score unreal savings on unrivaled quality from America's original butcher. That's omahasteaks.com, Garden in the search bar to order today.
Omaha Steaks, America's original butcher.
Imperial Valley AM 1230 KXO Central. Let's do some celebrity birthdays today. July 15th, actor Patrick Wayne is 84. Singer Millie Jackson is 79. Guitar singer Peter Lewis of Moby Grape is 78. Linda Ronstadt, 77. Drummer Artemis Pyle from Lynyrd Skynyrd is also, he's 75. My apologies. Actor Terry O'Gwyn from Lost and West Wing is 71. Drummer Marky Ramone from the Ramones is 71. Guitarist Joe Satriani is 67. Actor Lolita Davidovich, 62. Actor-director Forrest Whitaker is also 62. Actor Sherry Headley, actually, I know she is. She's 60. Actor Bridget Nielsen is 60. We have actor Amanda Foreman from Parenthood and Felicity. She's 57. Actor-comedian Eddie Griffin is 55. Actor Reggie Hayes is 54. Actor Jim Rash is 52. Actor Scott Foley, 51. Actor Brian Austin Green from Beverly Hills 90210 is 50. Actor Lana Parrilla, Once Upon a Time, is 46. Actor Laura Benanti from Law & Order is 44. Taylor Kinney is 42. Mac Wilds from 90210 is 34. And Ian Armitage from Big Little Lies and Young Sheldon is 15. I think I recognize maybe two of those names.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
Now do some local birthdays. We have Carla Davis on July 15th, Enrique Martinez, Priscilla Guerrero, Fabian Gonzalez, Jesse Christopher Garcia, Ladina Hall, Maria Cortez, happy birthday, Omari Shelton Sr., Norma Castillo, Patricia Olvera, Marissa Velasco, and Enriqueta Trejo. This is AM 1230 KXO El Centro. That's your local birthdays and celebrity birthdays. Now time for some CBS News.
CBS News Brief. Extreme heat continues to blanket much of the country, but that's not the only chapter in the weather story. Here's Chris Warren at the Weather Channel.
The threat for more storms will return this weekend into early next week. Once again, that does mean the possibility for more flooding in the Northeast.
Contract talks between UPS and its Teamsters union workers have broken down, but this driver is optimistic a strike can still be averted.
I think it'll get resolved. If not, it's UPS is going to cause the strike, not us.
Some student loan borrowers will soon be getting a break after all.
The Biden administration says more than 800,000 borrowers with $39 billion in student loans will have their debt forgiven, specifically those enrolled in income-driven repayment plans where monthly payment is tied to their income, who have made the accumulated equivalent of 20 or 25 years of monthly payments.
That's CBS's Natalie Brand. CBS News Brief. I'm Linda Kenyon.
KXO AM 1230 can help you publicize your nonprofit group's upcoming events, and we're happy to do it at no charge. To take advantage of our offer, we ask that you let us know about the event at least 2 weeks ahead of time. Write down the important information. You know, who, what, where, when, and so on. Include a name and phone number of a contact person and mail or deliver the information to KXO, 420 Main Street, El Centro, California, 92243. Our email address is kxoamfm@kxoradio.com. The information you supply may be used as community news, public service announcements on the KXO info line, or on our website. If you're paying for promotion with another advertising medium, we do offer special nonprofit group rates to promote your event. KXO AM 1230 wants to work with you and your community group to make our Imperial Valley a better place. Tell us what's going on and we'll tell everyone else. KXO AM 1230, here to make a difference in the Valley.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
Line News. A second strike rocks Hollywood studios with actors from union SAG and AFTRA now manning picket lines. SAG-AFTRA's chief negotiator, Duncan Crabtree Ireland, explained that without producers willing to come to the table on key issues like streaming residuals and AI, their members were left with no choice.
A strike is an instrument of last resort. We've tried for 4 weeks to reach a deal with the AMPTP, and unfortunately, they have left us with no alternative.
Governor Gavin Newsom is intervening in a controversy over textbooks with an LGBTQ reference to slaying gay rights activist Harvey Milk in Temecula School District, saying the state will buy the books themselves and fine the district.
Your kids have the freedom to learn, and you have the freedom to access those books, the same books that hundreds of thousands of other kids throughout the state are accessing. So rest assured, we'll be sending those books down in very short order.
Mike Salceda, California Headline News.
This is Machine Gun Kelly. Don't miss the American Hit List this week. The Time Machine is ready to take you back and be a part of that magical music experience. Don't miss the adventure. It all happens right here.
Tune in to Machine Gun Kelly Saturday mornings, 9 a.m. to noon, right here on AM 1230 KXO.
World in California News has been brought to you by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. For repair or replacement, call the experts, Lock Air Conditioning and Sheet Metal. Looks like we have our local news. Page 1 of the local news is a service of El Centro Motors, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations to serve you at El Centro Motors in the Brawley Auto Center at Highway 86 and Julia Drive, and at the Imperial Valley Mall. News. Now for our news at KXO, we have a woman is in jail after a Friday morning assault. At about 8:20 a.m. Friday, El Centro Police responded to the Starbucks on South 4th Street after reports of an altercation between a man and a woman. The woman was said to have a knife. Both the man and woman had left the area by the time police arrived, but officers were able to locate the woman about a block away. The woman, identified as 42-year-old Chantel Johnson of Scottsdale, Arizona, put the knife at her throat and threatened to kill herself. The ECPT crisis negotiations team convinced the woman to surrender after a brief standoff. Officers were able to identify the male victim, a 61-year-old El Centro man who told police that he was stopped at Starbucks when the woman jumped in his car and attempted to stab him. The man was able to defend himself and was not seriously injured. The woman got out of the car and walked away. Johnson was taken to El Centro Regional Medical Center for evaluation and then booked at Imperial County Jail for assault with a deadly weapon and elderly abuse. Also, 14 local agencies and nonprofits received grants. 14 grants were approved this week. $12,500 grants went to Christ Community Church and Imperial County of Public Works. We have Calapat Lions Club receiving $19,150. The Sealy County Water District received $20,000. A grant for $22,000 went to the Calexico Firefighters Association. $25,000 grants went to Imperial Valley Food Bank. Quite a bit of grants. If you want to apply, they are still being accepted, these applications, and reviewed until funds for the program are exhausted. For more information, go to the website board, imperialcounty.org.
El Centro Motors Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers are here for you. Now, before you head out on a summer road trip, head into Quick Lane, ask for the works. Trained technicians will change the oil using up to 6 quarts of synthetic blend oil and filter. Rotate the tires, top off the fluids, check the belts, hoses, battery, and brakes, all for one low price. It's the works at Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers, at El Centro Motors, the Imperial Valley Mall, the Brawley Auto Center, or with their new mobile service wherever you are.
Page 1 of news continues. 2023 Probation Services Week. Next week is Probation Services Week. The week will spotlight the work probation officers and staff to build safer communities in Imperial County. The County Board of Supervisors declared the special week at their board meeting this week. Chief Probation Officer Dan Prince said he was pleased to announce the upcoming Probation Services Week. He said the week aims to honor the invaluable contributions of probation professionals who work diligently to maintain community safety and provide support for justice-involved individuals undergoing rehabilitation. The focus next week will be on recruitment and the profound impact that individuals can make by working in probation. Imperial Public Library, the $44,600 grant that the Imperial Library has received will be used to facilitate literacy programming for adults and families wanting to learn English at the Imperial Public Library. Library officials say they are grateful for the generous award, which will allow the library to continue providing quality services and support to their community members who are learning English. Monica Reyes, literacy coordinator, was recognized for her hard work. Reyes applied for and secured the grant on behalf of the city of Imperial. Page 1 of the local news has been a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations to serve you. Quick Lane services, all makes and models, and you never need an appointment.
From coast to coast, this is Goddard's Gold, right here on the Imperial Valley's AM 1230 KXO.
What's your name? Who's your daddy?
Get the gold, Goddard's Gold, Saturday 9 p.m. to midnight and Sunday morning 8 a.m. to 11 a.m.
Page 2 of local news is served by K Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial. Great Japanese food specializing in sushi rolls. There are 50 different varieties of sushi rolls, one for every state. Process set for a special study, the comprehensive classification and compensation study for all county positions. The process for the study is now set. The County Board of Supervisors directed the CEO to conduct the survey in June. This week, CEO Miguel Figueroa presented the board with the process he will use to conduct the study. The CEO convened a core group of county staff to provide support and be a resource to the classification and compensation work group. The work group created a roadmap to develop a request for proposal to incorporate items requested by the board. The RFP posted on June 26th with a deadline. And the IID board will hold a special meeting. Imperial Irrigation District Board of Directors are hosting the meeting. It will be a rare Saturday meeting. It will be called to order at 9 a.m. Saturday. It is being, I guess that's today. It is being held in Condit Auditorium on Broadway in El Centro. The directors will have one public action item and one closed session item to discuss. The board approved their 2023 meeting scheduled on December 20th, 2022. At the time, it was stipulated the regular meeting scheduled will be subject to change from time to time. Now is one of those times. Board President Cardenas and Director Eugenio will not be able to attend the regular meeting scheduled for July 18th. The proposal is to move the July 18th meeting to July 26th. During the closed session, the directors will discuss the issues pertaining to the general manager. The board will take public comments at the beginning of the special meeting. Be back for page 2 in a sec.
K Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial is serving the best Japanese cuisine in the Imperial Valley. The menu is full of outstanding entrees. Yes, there's something for everyone at K Sushi, including for the kids. K Sushi offers you 50 different sushi rolls. They're named after our 50 states. And there's fresh sushi and sashimi, plus beer, wine, and sake. And oh, I forgot to mention, they also have teriyaki chicken or beef, rice and noodles. K Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial. They're open daily from 11 a.m. till 9 p.m. K Sushi also caters and welcomes big groups anytime. Call 760-355-4440. That's 355-4440 for your takeout.
And now for KXO El Centro AM 1230 weather. A strong subtropical ridge will continue to dominate the desert southwest through at least early next week, allowing near record to record temperatures to prevail. An excessive heat warning is in effect through Wednesday, as widespread major heat risk increases to extreme heat risk this weekend. Overnight, we had a low of 86. It was a light breeze out there, about 10 miles per hour. Today, mostly sunny and hot, at the high near 115, southeast wind 5 to 10 miles per hour, becoming northwest in the morning. And tonight, it will be partly cloudy with a low around 88. It'll be breezy with a south wind 10 to 15 miles per hour. Gusts as high as 20 miles per hour for Sunday. Sunny and hot and near 116 degrees, folks. Heat index values as high as 120. Southeast wind 5 to 10 miles per hour, becoming west-northwest in the morning. Currently, right now in El Centro, it is 88 degrees, 47% humidity. The wind is calm. That's a look at your local news. Page 2 has been served by K Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial. Check out the daily lunch specials. The dinner menu features 16 different entrees. K Sushi Bar and Grill, just off Highway 86 in Imperial.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all of your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Raleigh, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all Pioneer services, visit www.pmhd.org today.
It's time for Sports World Roundup, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. Well, we finally got back to baseball. Baseball was off for a couple days after the All-Star break, and the home run derby continued for Toronto Blue Jays slugger Vladimir Guerrero Jr. on Friday night against the Arizona Diamondbacks. Guerrero became the first derby champion to go deep in his first plate appearance after the All-Star break, as Toronto opened the second half of the season with its 6th win in 7 games. Brennan Belt drove in the tie-breaking run in the 7th inning. Matt Chapman had 3 hits and an RBI. And Whit Merrifield drove in 2 runs as the Blue Jays won 7-2 to move to 17-7 against National League opponents. Whit Merrifield, sounds like a name from the 20s. Guerrero won the All-Star Home Run Derby in Seattle on Monday night, matching Vladimir Guerrero Sr.'s 2007 title to become the first father-son duo to accomplish the feat. The younger Guerrero is also the first Blue Jays player, to win a Home Run Derby crown. On Friday night, Guerrero led off the second inning with a 426-foot drive off Arizona starter Ryan Nelson for his 14th home run. He is the 5th Derby winner to homer in his first game back, joining Prince Fielder in 2009, Ryan Howard in 2006, Ken Griffey Jr. in 98, and Tino Martinez in 97. Aussie Hunter makes Wimbledon women's doubles final. Storm Hunter has ensured that the Australian flag will be flying in at least one Wimbledon final this year, as she raced into the women's doubles showdown with partner Elise Mertens. Hunter, who's enjoyed a fine championship after also battling through qualifying to reach the singles main draw, proved in a different league alongside Belgian ace Mertens as they crushed China's Xua Zhuang and American Caroline Dolehide 6-1, 6-1 in Friday's semifinal. The third-seeded pair have been so dominant in their run to the final that they've dropped just 9 games in their surprisingly easy campaign. In their second match, Hunter and Mertens were given a walkover because of injury to one of their opponents as they led Romania's Irina Camelia Begu and Ukraine's Angelina Kalinina by a set. Not bad. As they got another straight passage in the third round with Marketa Vondrousova, the singles semifinalist decided to pull out from the doubles to save herself for her last 4 meetings with Alina Svitolina. Now following the men's final on Sunday, they'll start as big favorites to lift the title against a veteran pairing of Czech Barbara Strakova and Taiwan's entertaining but unorthodox Su Wei Hisui. Speaking of tennis, Novak Djokovic to meet Carlos Alcaraz in Dream Wimbledon final in London. This was the moment. If Novak Djokovic was going to be stomped in the Wimbledon semifinals, if his much younger and harder-hitting opponent Jannik Sinner was going to turn things around Friday, the monumental comeback required would need to start immediately. Djokovic knew it. Sinner knew it. The 15,000 or so Sinner court spectators, they all knew it. After taking the first 2 sets, Djokovic trailed 5-4 in the third, and flubbed forehand made the game score 15-40 as he served. 2 chances for Sinner to finally break. 2 chances for him to actually take a set. Djokovic hit a fault, which drew some sounds of approval from the stands. Djokovic sarcastically used his racket and the ball to applaud the noisemakers, then flashed a thumbs up. He can back up any such bravado. Djokovic simply does not lose at the All England Club lately, or at any Grand Slam tournament for that matter, so he calmly collected the next 4 points to claim that game, looked toward the crowd and mockingly pretended to wipe away a tear. 20 minutes later, the match was over, and the 6-3, 6-4, 7-6 victory over Sinner allowed Djokovic to close in on a record-tying 8th Wimbledon and 5th in a row. The third set could have gone his way, said Djokovic, who will meet number 1 ranked Carlos Alcaraz for the trophy on Sunday. It was really, really just a lot of pressure. If you say so. Expert picks who will win the 2023 Wimbledon's title on Saturday. The first time Wimbledon's champion, what's happening right now, I believe, will be crowned as Marketa Vondrousova of the Czech Republic takes on number 6, Ons Jabeur of Tunisia. If Vondrousova wins, she will become the first unseeded woman to ever do so. Wow. And if Jabeur takes home the title, she will become the first African woman in the Open era to earn a Grand Slam singles trophy. Who will win? We asked our experts. Pam Shriver says Jabeur needs to be patient and wait for the right time to attack and the right time to play finesse shots. Vondrousova, a tricky lefty, has a balanced attack with enough slices and drop shots to make anyone feel uneasy. Jabeur will need to adjust her court position often to make sure she strikes the ball at the height most preferred. Jabeur can use her outside serve on deuce court with +1 often to open court to lefty Vondrousova. Cliff Drysdale says Jabeur needs to get the ball in play and Vondrousova serve. She will win most baseline rallies. Again, that's happening right now. I won't spoil it for you. If you're looking forward to see it, you can go see it now and on your local affiliate. As far as baseball goes, Brewers' Corbin Burns overcomes heat scare to fan 13 and win. In Cincinnati, Corbin Burns struck out the side in the 6th inning after nearly collapsing in the 5th in oppressive humidity. Victor Caratini singled in a run in the 7th, and the Milwaukee Brewers beat the Cincinnati Reds 1-0 Friday night. Low-scoring affair after his 10th strikeout, Burns squatted behind the mound with his head lowered as teammates and trainers rushed over. The game-time temperature was 91 degrees. Well, we know a little bit about 91 degrees. With the high humidity, he just got lightheaded, essentially, Brewers manager Craig Counsell said. The trainers don't think it was a hydration issue. Just like you lift something heavy and get a little lightheaded from that, he just needed a minute to regroup. His vision got a little blurry. Burns, 8-5, took several big gulps of water and spoke to the training staff. He took a couple warm-up pitches, then retired Matt McClain on an infield pop to end the inning. Everything kind of went dizzy and eyes went cross-eyed, Burns said. I went to the back of the mound, blinking a couple times it would go away, and it didn't. After a bottle of water, gave it a second, and went away. Scary in the moment, for sure. Burns said nothing like that had happened to him before. Counsell considered taking Burns out, but the 28-year-old right-hander recovered quickly. Shohei Ohtani leaves another start early for the Angels as the Angels skid hits 6 games. He left the mound with the finger pain for a 3rd straight start Friday night. With the Los Angeles Angels in a free fall and his future uncertain before the trade deadline, the two-way superstar is struggling against a host of challenges even more daunting than the blister and cracked fingernail that are preventing him from pitching at his unique peak. Ohtani allowed 4 earned runs on 5 hits, left the mound in the 6th inning shortly before Mauricio Dubon's tie-breaking 2-run single in a Houston Astros 7-5 victory over the Angels. Ohtani, 7-5, was pulled after he walked Corey Jokes to open the 6th, consulting with the Angels training staff before his exit. With those persistent problems in his pitching hand, Ohtani's final start before the All-Star break ended because of a fingertip blister, and he also dealt with cracked nail last month. For the most part, things just didn't go the way I wanted to, Ohtani said through his interpreter. It's kind of been like that when I was on the mound. I haven't really thought about when my next outing is. I'm just going to come to the field and see where my finger is at and go from there. He's going to see where his finger is at. Ohtani said, it's hard to tell how significant this injury be. I'm frustrated at a certain point, Ohtani said. Not just me, but I feel the whole team is up. I think it's just only natural when we can't win games that the frustration builds up. A full slate of games last night in MLB for the Padres. They won in Philadelphia 8-3. And the Angels, of course, we just said, lost 7-5 for the Dodgers. They were in New York against the Mets, winning 6-0 as Urias allows only 1 hit in 6 innings. You've been listening to Sports World Roundup, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District.
FM 107.5. And don't forget this weekend, the countdown to number 1 with me, Rick Dees. Right now it's Tracy Lyon Ramirez with today's hits and yesterday's favorites.
This is the Imperial Valley AM 1230 KXO El Centro. Let's look at our money situation. Our U.S. stocks ended the week on a soft note. I should say financial news and weather is brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you and your property. Southwest Security also offers live scan fingerprinting to the public. The S&P Index and NASDAQ Composite ended the week on a soft note. There were still 15-month highs thanks to slowing inflation and better than expected quarterly earnings from a few large banks. Earlier Friday, top banks J.P. Morgan Chase, Citigroup, and Wells Fargo reported results that mostly surpassed Wall Street expectations, with J.P. Morgan CEO Jamie Dimon sounding optimistic notes over the economy. Those reports came after 2 separate inflation updates earlier this week showed price gains are slowing. Investors are increasingly hopeful the Federal Reserve rate hiking cycle might actually end soon. What we're seeing is a sustained, gradual rise in equities supported by healthy investor demand and stable, improving underlying fundamentals, says Nathan Pedersen, Director of Derivatives and Analysis at Schwab. For our weather, back to our weather, we are, in some tropical ridge will continue to dominate the desert southwest to at least early next week, allowing near record to record temperatures to prevail. An excessive heat warning is in effect through Wednesday as widespread major heat risk increases to extreme heat risk this weekend. Overnight, we were mostly clear. We had a low around 86 and a light wind from the south at 10 miles per hour. Today, mostly sunny and hot with a high near 115. Southwest wind 5 to 10 miles per hour, becoming northwest in the morning. Saturday night, partly cloudy with a low around 88. Breezy with the south wind 10 to 15 miles per hour with gusts as high as 20 miles per hour. For Sunday, we have sunny and hot with a high near 116. Heat index values as high as 120. Southeast wind 5 to 10 miles per hour, becoming west-northwest in the morning. It's going to be hot for the rest of the week. I'm looking at the thing. Monday 117, Tuesday 116, Wednesday 116, Thursday 115. It's what we do here in Imperial Valley. Currently right now in El Centro, it is 88 degrees. There's 47% humidity. In Imperial, 88. Up the top of the valley, 83 in Nyland, and all the way down to Mexicali where it is 88. Financial news and weather has been brought to you by Southwest Security Services. They offer 24-hour-a-day post office boxes at Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th Hill in El Centro.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
Imperial Valley, AM 1230 KXO El Centro, the best oldies on the radio. My name is Aaron Atadero, and as I learn how to do all this stuff, it looks like I have a few minutes to spare. I have 2 minutes, so what we're going to do is we're going to talk about some more sports. I'm sure there's another way to get around this, but, for now, it's good to be with you. Happy to be here. As I struggle through all of this, I'm going to read you a story about a pitcher from the Brewers. Corbin Burns overcomes heat scare to fan 13 and win. Corbin Burns struck out the side in the 6th inning after nearly collapsing in the 5th in oppressive humidity. And I read that to you already. I think I read everything to you. Oh, no. I will be back with you in one moment after I find something to play. How about we talk about another story as I flounder here? I talked to you about that. How about a process set for a special study? I'm going to read you some news now, and hopefully I get us to the top of the hour where we have CBS Morning News to go. So the comprehensive classification and composition study for all county positions, the process for the study is now set. The County Board of Supervisors Director, the CEO, to conduct the survey in June. This week, CEO Miguel Figueroa presented the board with the process he will use to conduct the study. The CEO convened a core group of county staff to provide support and to be a resource to the classification and compensation work group. The work group created a roadmap to develop a request for proposal to incorporate items requested by the board. These RFP posted on June 26th with a deadline on July 19th, and I think we made it to the end. Thank you for listening. This is KXO AM 1230. My name is Aaron Atadero.
KXO El Centro, the Imperial Valley's local news source.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Allison Keyes in Washington. Excessive heat in the nation has more than 100 million at risk this weekend, and scientists are warning that things will get more extreme. Reynolds Wolf is at the Weather Channel.
The heat is going to be ridiculous out towards the west. We've got the heat advisories, excessive heat warnings. Now, obviously, in places like Moab down into Phoenix, we're talking about a very dry heat, but still just incredibly dangerous. So please check on your neighbors. I mean, air conditioners are going to be on full blast, no doubt.
Climate expert Michael Mann says the Earth is sending out a wake-up call.
We're seeing unprecedented heat waves and wildfires and floods and superstorms. We wouldn't be seeing these unprecedented events if it were not for the fact that we're warming up the planet, driving these extreme weather events, these very damaging, deadly extreme weather events.
A suspected serial killer has been charged on New York's Long Island over a string of killings that started more than a decade ago. CBS's Astrid Martinez.
Rex, did you do it?
59-year-old Rex Huerman was charged with 3 counts of first-degree murder and 3 counts of second-degree murder for the killings of Melissa Bartholomew, Amberlynn Costello, and Megan Waterman. He's also the prime suspect in the death of another woman.
Rex Huerman is a demon that walks among us, a predator that ruined families.
Suffolk County, New York Police Commissioner Rodney Harrison has led the investigation.
SAG-AFTRA actors have joined writers on the picket lines in the first dual walkout in more than 60 years. A key issue is the use of artificial intelligence because it can replicate the appearance and voice of a performer and produce scripts, explains writer and actor Justine Bateman.
It's not better than what we've been doing. It's not magical. There's nothing magical about it. It is to save people money. That's it. The driving force behind generative AI is greed.
It's the 10th anniversary of the Black Lives Matter movement, founded after the acquittal of a man who fatally shot 17-year-old Trayvon Martin in Florida. Campaign Zero's DeRay McKesson.
When I think about what has changed in 10 years, I think that people are talking about the police more. People understand that this is no longer a fringe issue, that this isn't a happenstance happening one or two places. Remember, today the police kill an average of 3 people every single day. A third of all the people killed by a stranger are actually killed by a police officer in this country.
You may want to pick up a Powerball ticket. The jackpot tonight is a whopping $875 million, which is the third largest in history. If someone matches all 6 numbers, they could take a lump sum of $41.9 million or spread it out in yearly payments. The Mega Millions prize, by the way, is up to $640 million. This is CBS News.
Find great hires fast with Indeed. Their end-to-end hiring solution makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire candidates all in the same place. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
O'Reilly Auto Parts can help you find a repair shop with our shop referral program. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts or visit O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
When you're trying to hire, all that searching, screening, and interviewing can become its own job. You need Indeed, the end-to-end hiring solution that makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire quality people. Visit Indeed.com/credits.
This radio commercial was made to convince you to stop speeding. We can't use siren sound effects on the radio, so we'll use other equally jarring sound effects to get your attention, like telling you that whether you drive a little over the speed limit or a lot, you can crash just the same. You could hurt yourself, or worse, others.
I'm at the scene of the collision.
And the damage you cause will be beyond repair. See, we didn't have to use crash or siren sounds after all. Speeding catches up with you. Brought to you by NHTSA.
Star Trek's Captain Kirk is making another foray into the universe and a permanent place in space.
Star Trek legend William Shatner wants to boldly go where few of the dead have gone before, space. Shatner is the first customer and part owner of a company based in Houston called Space Crystals, and their goal is to shoot your DNA to the moon once you die.
So, gonna put your DNA on the moon. It's crazy.
It costs $150,000, and the company will start taking customers next year. Jennifer Kuiper, CBS News.
There's apparently a hazard of being one of Tom Cruise's co-stars. People filming Mission Impossible say they never know when he's going to perform some spectacular stunt, like jumping off of a cliff on a motorbike. Haley Atwell says that happened on the first day of filming. Rebecca Ferguson says she might be having a cup of coffee with another actor when he suddenly falls out of a helicopter, which sounds fun. Allison Keys, CBS News.
This episode of Eye on Travel is brought to you by Viking, providing all-inclusive voyages on rivers, oceans, and lakes around the world. Designed for curious travelers with interest in science, history, culture, and cuisine. Viking Chairman Torsten Hagen often says, Viking offers experiences for the thinking person, with no children and no casinos on board. Learn more at Viking.com. That's Viking.com.
Yeah, I'm so stressed. Our business is growing. We've got people all over now.
Ooma.
What is that? Meditation?
I'm recommending the Ooma cloud phone system with auto attendant and more than 50 features.
Ooma?
Yep. Switching to Ooma is a cinch. Just $24.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Now you're feeling it. Find small business calm at ooma.com/radio. That's OOMA.com/radio.
It's Aaron Atadero on AM 1230.
Hey, you hear that? He's got emotional problems, man. He's fragile. Very fragile.
He's a good man.
AM 1230, the best oldies on the radio.
1230.